and thanked him for letting us do it and everything like that.
Yeah.
But then talked to him again later on and was like, hey, we can do this again next year and during the season when on Sundays and stuff like that, so we can make this kind of a regular thing if you wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, no, that wouldn't be a problem. He's like, plus, he's like, it sucks that today had to be one of those days, but usually on Sundays we have the buffet and the salad bar and the beer on tap and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, so next year, he's like, we'll have all that and it'll be fun for everybody. He's like, we had fun because basically the entire time we were just like watching and reacting and stuff like that with the people who work there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was hella cool, just kind of like talking with the employees and everything else like that. It was good. It was a good little experience. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was a good time. People came in and out of most people were getting their stuff like to go or like DoorDashed or wherever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure a lot of people were watching at home.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a good time. It was a hell of a game, but it was a little anticlimactic, to be honest with you. The refs took the fun right out of it.
Yeah.
You throw four fucking flags all game long, and then in the last series you throw 4 flags. You equal the amount you've thrown all game long. Like
they should have threw that face mask.
They should have thrown a lot of flags that they didn't throw earlier on in the game.
That was a blatant ass face mask.
Ramsey should have been flagged like 6 times.
Ramsey was getting burnt. Ramsey was getting burnt the whole game too.
Bro, if Burrow would have had one more second, if the line would have held for one more second, Jamar Chase was wide open for the touchdown. Oh, yeah. He was wide. Yeah. Ramsey was on his face.
Yeah. Ramsey that was a good game. It was a good game, but Aaron Donald was hungry, so he fuck that.
Yeah. I mean, the mistake that they did on 4th and 1 was single covering him. They've been double covering and triple covering him basically all night. And on 4th and 1 with the game on the line, you decide to single coverage that man. Stupid decisions.
He threw that same ass pass that Jimmy G threw.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw that shit up in the air somewhere.
Same person who caused the play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just bad, man. But I mean, up until that point, like I said, with the refs and everything,
yeah,
it was a good game. Like both teams were really. I mean, I'm kind of looking at it going like Matthew Stafford defense got him out of a hole. He threw 2 picks that game.
Mm-hmm.
Won the very first play of his series of the second half. Like the Bengals had scored a touchdown and got an interception in 2 plays to start the second half. And he still survived.
And that stat that he says still stands. Nobody's ever scored their first drive in 7 touchdowns. When what's his name was on there, he was saying nobody's ever scored their opening drive.
They did it on the first play. Me and Kay were like, holy shit. Like, they just, okay, first play, fuck it. We're going to come out hot. Like, that whole thing. But no, yeah, like, it was a good game. But like I said, the refs kind of took the fun out of it a little bit. Those last calls and everything. It was just the one where they called Wilson, the linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
That should not have been called. That was a terrible call, to be honest with you. But like me and Kay were sitting there going like, are you serious? Like, this is how it's going to end? Like, this is how it's going to go down? But it was hilarious because Kay kept saying, like, Aaron Donald hasn't done shit all game. Finishes off the game. I'm like, Kay, see, sometimes you should just, I know you're right a lot of the time, but sometimes you should just say nothing. And he hasn't done anything. Aaron Donald, three sacks, basically. 3 sacks. I don't know how many pressures. And I told him, I was like, it's the amount of, he's disrupted. He may not be getting the actual sacks, but he is he is making that offensive line's life a living hell right now. So I mean, again, Kay had his little biases. You know how he gets, tries to downplay the efforts of the other team. The Rams defense again, bailed the Rams out. I'm actually surprised Aaron Donald didn't get the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were surprised. Yeah.
I mean, he got the final play to end it. He had been being a disruptive beast all night long. Like, I mean, I get it. Cooper Kupp had a good game. I understand that, but I mean, it's not like it's rare for defensive players to get Super Bowl MVP. That happens all the time. But, in this case, especially, I think Aaron Donald for sure was most deserving of that. But I mean, it is what it is. They're, probably going to be at least in contention again next year. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it. Okay, I'll make it. It'll be fine. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Oh, what the fuck? I'm like, what is this? What am I looking at? My wife hands me this letter. And it's a blank letter, but in the corner of it, it's a Capital One credit card thing. I know. In the corner, it was the fucking.
Not a little logo, yeah.
That was the only thing that was on the letter. So I was looking at it too, going like, "What the fuck is this?"
I thought you fucking just hit big.
That's because they wanted you to open that shit,
right? Yeah, we will. Where the fuck is Kay? We can get it started in. We'll hop in when he. Like I said, yep, I'll be done by that time. 7:03.
Started yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Has he gone potty since I left?
Well, yeah, he went out once.
Okay. Just once in between. What was it? 5 and now 7. Yeah. I just took him out and he got really scared. Like his hair started standing up, all the way up here. Oh. Yeah. And when I asked him to come inside, he was like, "Yes."
Probably senses something is outside.
Yeah. He's looking outside.
I think we can end up getting it started. All right. Kay was there for most. Have you seen highlights and everything of the game?
Yeah, I got to see the majority of it.
Okay.
I was at work watching it because I was keeping track of the squares. So I watched it all the way. I missed like the third quarter, and then watched the fourth quarter when I got home.
You know what that was, right? That was the football gods going, we're sorry that you weren't able to make it. So for your troubles of not being able to enjoy the game without having to work, here's $550.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take that. Plus the 8-9 hours worked.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. That was pretty funny. As soon as you said that, I was like, you would. You fucking would.
First time playing, going to that bitch and win. Y'all let the newbie come in and win. On one square. I bought two, but one on the same square the whole 3 out of the 4 quarters. That 3 and that 0.
Can you text Kat and Parker that something about the dog? Because, like, I get it, but Quante's got 5 minutes. I think he's about to hop in right now. He just saw the message. You can have it off. The one right here is fine. Got any backgrounds for us today? No.
Nope, I ain't even been. I've been working on music, trying to get all these artists to send their music, so I can have all that stuff ready. So just make it easy instead of rushing to do that shit. Get that shit done ahead of time.
How did you get the green light? What was the like? What do you have to do
Well,
to
my
get the green
boy,
light to do a
well, no,
mixtape?
my boy that I usually be DJing with.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he has a studio, so in the garage, he has a like music studio. So me and him was talking last night about. I was like, I ain't never did a mixtape. He's like, that's why I'm trying to get you down here. He's like, it's time for you to record one. He got the studio all set up, again, because he just got some new equipment. So he's like, it's time for you to, go in there and start doing, we could do like some 15-minute mixtapes. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Start doing some mixes, yeah. So once I get this new one, once I get this new controller, then I'm gonna go down there. It'd be cool because I've never like spun on records, and this controller is like the 12-inch vinyl. It don't use actual records because it's digital, but the tables are like the tables are vinyl. So
that's the creativity is going to be flowing.
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna have fun with that shit. Every chance I get, I'm gonna be on that. So And I'll still have my other one as a backup. Like, I won't always take the new one out depending on what I'm doing. So
Play with it around a little bit
yep.
before like actually like debuting it or something like in the
And
background.
I
Just kind of,
definitely got to. Yeah, it was not one I can just go set up and think I got to learn that one. Yeah. So. Yeah.
so yeah, I could do this.
But yeah, like I got a wedding in like September and October. Like I'll get it before then, so I'll probably debut it then. I'll probably get it in the next like month or two. Like yeah, tax season is amongst us. So.
Got mine back already.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, do that.
And
Plus,
then,
we get all the the earned income credit because we got all the kids. So, like, yeah, I'll take it all.
yeah, we're using ours for the. Oops.
There you are.
Disregard that message, okay? Oh man,
We
he's
got
all.
guests on today?
Nope, just us today.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Just
For
us
sure.
today.
For sure. What Afro Man said? Because I got high. Because I got high.
Right.
Because I got high.
Yep.
Do,
Exactly.
do, 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 do.
Okay, let's get it going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, the season's over. The football gods have given us what we can only think of as an anticlimactic ending to what was a good game up until that point. Is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer? Don't know yet. But anywho, the season is over, and we got to figure out what the hell to do next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. Another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, a Prenator Bros Productions podcast, where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the superstar, the best DJ in the entire world, Mr. DJ Mad Sticks.
It's good. It's good.
And
It's good.
the sad since the news of Brady leaving and what he can only describe on Super Bowl as bullshit. The 6'10" beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K.
First off, konnichiwa, people. Secondly, I want to say congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, I mean, look, up again. Well, actually, first things first, before we really get into it. This is our 2-year anniversary. We've been around for 2 years. The 14th was the very first episode. We were going to do this Monday, but we realized that doing it on Monday during Valentine's Day probably wouldn't sit too well with the wives and the ladies and everything like that. So we decided to do today. So we're here today, 2 years, and we're in the same situation as we were 2 years ago when we first started talking about the basically and the remnants of a Super Bowl that had, I guess, a little bit of controversy in it because the referees, after throwing for 4 penalties the entire game, threw 4 flags on the last drive of the game for Matt Stafford and the Rams. Now, the reason why this is actually so anticlimactic and pretty shitty, because on that drive, Matt Stafford had a no-look pass that had Bell just frozen. He had no idea that the ball was going back. He was reading his eyes the entire, and just Von Bell had no idea that was happening. And then the penalty that they had called on, was it Wilson, the linebacker, on Cup during that 3rd and goal? It was one of those games where you didn't call shit all night. And we know that because on the very first play of the second half, T. Higgins blatantly ripped Jalen Ramsey's face mask, pulled him to the ground, caught the ball, touchdown. No flags called. Aaron Donald lined up offsides on 4th and 1. That wasn't called. The pass interference for Jalen Ramsey on T. Higgins when he was pulling on his shirt. That wasn't called. The another pass interference, I think it was on I believe Eli Apple, who we'll get to in a quick second. Both tackles on the 3rd and goal for the Rams false started. And I even looked at Kay after that play going, that looked really close to being a false start. And then again, the Wilson, penalty at the end. It just, out of everything that was going on, you were basically going under the creed of let them play. If it's a blatant call, then sure, we'll throw a flag. But I mean, there was a blatant call, but they didn't throw the flag. But up until that point, again, it was a good game. And then the refs kind of took it over. That's why when the Rams scored, it was kind of one of those anticlimactic things that, well, shit, they got the help. But then Aaron Donald, the one time that the offensive line needed to double or triple or whatever Aaron Donald, they didn't do it. They single covered him and he got in there for the sack. If Joe Burrow would have, stayed up for one more second, he would have had Jamar Chase open completely downfield because Jalen Ramsey was falling flat on his face. So, and the Bengals would be holding the Lombardi Trophy right now. But obviously, the Bengals need to address the offensive line issues because that was just abysmal. Bad offensive line play for the Bengals in the Super Bowl of all games. So look in the offseason for that to be a complete overhaul on the offensive line, because one, if they have any chance of keeping Joe Burrow for a long period of time, they need to do right by him and give him an offensive line that'll protect him throughout his career there in Cincinnati, however long it is, because again, nobody really thought the Bengals were going to be in that situation, and they were, even with that offensive line. So that only kind of goes to show if they were to have a little bit of a better offensive line, it would have been good. And me and Kay were also surprised at the the defensive effort for the Bengals against the run. The Rams couldn't do shit on the ground at all. I think Cam Akers averaged 1 yard per carry up until that last 8-yard first down that he had in the last drive.
I thought he was hurt, to be real with you.
I mean, it was either he was hurt or the defense was just doing really well. Because Henderson was actually putting up numbers, not really out of the backfield rushing wise, but receiving out of the backfield. And it kind of makes you think, is Cam Akers not that type of guy to be able to receive the ball out of the backfield? He can run, but can he catch the ball out of the backfield? And me and Kay talked about it that night going, if you're going to be an all-around bell cow, basically, in the NFL, you need to be able to do it all. You need to be able to pass block. You need to be able to run. You need to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. You need to be able to do everything. And if Cam Akers can't do that, we can see why Henderson was in most of the time, at least on the passing plays.
I think Henderson. Most of the rep. I seriously think Henderson was in just simply because he's a bigger back. Like I was saying that day.
Akers is bigger than he is.
Nah, bro.
He was just running like he was a Steven Jackson. He was running tough.
Oh no,
I
Cam
think
Akers look like he's smaller than him. He's probably taller, but he looked smaller.
Akers just kind of looks leaner. Akers is a little bit taller than Henderson. He just looks leaner. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
Henderson
I'm
is
talking about
small
weight.
and compact.
Yeah, I'm talking about weight and sturdiness and all that. That's what I mean. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the way them boys was hitting on the Bengals defense early in that game, they was on motherfuckers' helmets. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm
saying early in the game. So towards the end, they just let Cooper Kupp do whatever fuck he want. Man, fuck Cooper Kupp on everything.
I mean, and then we also talked about it. If we're the Bengals, we got to look at it. Was it a coaching decision or what the hell happened? And why the fuck was P. Ryan getting the ball in that 3rd and 1 situation on the last drive? Joe Mixon had Kay's like, they pulled the 49ers. They stopped running the ball. They stopped giving it to the guy who was getting them to the yardage. God damn it, that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. Joe Mixon, I believe, if I saw this correctly somewhere, Joe Mixon was averaging 6+ yards per carry. And receiving out of the backfield, he was doing everything as well. I honestly think if there was going to be a Super Bowl MVP for the Bengals, Joe Mixon had a very, very strong case, to make. If they weren't going to, automatically give it to, fucking Joe Burrow, which, by all means, that could have happened.
Nah, hell no. That couldn't happen.
Would he have deserved it? No. We both know that, all three of us know that he wouldn't have deserved it. But for the narrative, for the storyline of the game and everything else like that, they would have given it to Joe Burrow. That's just what they would have done.
If they was playing that shit, they would have gave the MVP to Matt Stafford. They gave it to Cooper Kupp, rightfully so.
They should have given it to Aaron Donald.
Cooper Kupp, the fuck? No, they shouldn't have.
Hey,
no, they shouldn't have.
As disruptive as Donald was.
No,
Cooper.
If Cooper Kupp doesn't play well, Cooper Kupp don't play like he did, they lose. They get blown out.
That's also true.
That get blown the fuck out. If Cooper Kupp don't score 2 touchdowns, they get blown the fuck out.
Especially with OBJ out, yeah.
They get blown the fuck out.
Yeah.
That is true because, hey, I feel hella bad because Odell was about to go off. He was showing signs that he was about to be the Super Bowl MVP. Odell was about to be the Super Bowl MVP. Man, that's how he was playing up until that point.
My boy was playing like put some respect on my name.
Yeah, he was about to say fuck you to both the Giants and Cleveland. Like he was about to give them the big 1-2, look what you fucked up with me. But then the non-contact ACL, as soon as it happened, both me and Kay we both grabbed our knees like, goddamn, we know how he feels, to get something like that to happen. But and Odell, so Odell was crying, right? I'm not upset about the crying. I'm upset about the longevity of it. I'm upset about for 3 quarters, basically, up until the time when he got hurt till the end of the game, he was crying. And I was telling Kay, I'm like, if I'm a coach on the sideline or one of the captains, I'd be, Odell, either get it the fuck together or go into the locker room. We don't need this shit, right? Especially at that point when they were losing before they got the drive to go up. You got Odell sitting there crying because things weren't necessarily going great for the Rams up until that point. It's like, bro, either shut up or leave. We can't be dealing with you crying, and we can't have somebody over here consoling you 24/7 on the sideline. We don't have enough personnel for that. Like, I get the emotions of it. I really do, especially in the fucking Super Bowl. I'm sure Odell knew full well that he was about to possibly drop 200 yards on the fucking Bengals that night. And additional maybe 2-3 tuds. But I don't know, man. Maybe you guys can explain it to me because at that point, I understand the crying of leaving the game and, whether winning or losing the game. But for that long, just come on, man. You're a grown man. Like, come on. Like, come on. What
Yeah,
are we
but see, you
doing?
don't know the emotion that he put into the game, no, either. So you
I
really can't
mean,
shit on him because he's
that
trying.
is
Because I'm
that
sure
is
he put his heart and soul into being there, and then to get hurt like that. So
I mean, I understand that, but it's like his cheeks were matching his hair. Like he was purple in the face, his eyes were swollen. Like the camera was on him. Like, man, Odell's still crying. He's still here crying. Like I was like, wow, okay. I was like, I mean, like I said, I understand the situation and what these guys put themselves through. I'm not taking that away from them at all. But we've seen players get hurt or something like that during the Super Bowl. They have their moment, cry or whatever, that they're not in the game anymore, but then come right back and they're there to kind of give the positive support. It was mostly just kind of, Odell by himself, on the sideline just weeping. And I mean, I give it to him the emotion. It was just odd to me for that long, for like basically the entire game. It was just not something I've ever seen. Maybe that's why I kind of have that expectation because everyone else has kind of done it one way. And then to kind of see it done this way, it was a little off-putting. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But
I had to seriously think about this point right here. Because I was agreeing with you for sure on that day. Like, I agree with you to an extent, but I also agree with Mastix. Because you think about Odell's history before he got to this championship, right? Before he won his Super Bowl ring right now, Odell was persecuted and criticized by damn near everybody on media. You know what I'm saying? Outside of his actual fans and stuff like that, they were just like, yeah, he'll never win this. He's a cancer to the team. They was on this man, Melanie. He was trying to prove these motherfuckers wrong. And then on top of that, after that shit that happened when he was with the Giants and they had that boat shit with Trey Songz, they was like, oh, he's not focused. He can't play well in big games. They was on his helmet. And this man was balling in the biggest game that they have. So that's why I say I agree with Mastix, you know what I'm saying? I really agree with both of y'all to an extent. But honestly, bro, like if it's, I probably lean more towards what he's saying just based off of him proving the haters and proving the doubters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably like, damn, this was my chance, bro. Like, this was my fucking chance to show these motherfuckers I'm that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that dude. And he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it was the other knee. Like, it wasn't even his repaired knee. It was the other fucking knee. So it's like, damn, bro, I just got back. Like, fuck. Like, it was so many emotions flowing through this man's mind. And then he probably was thinking, like, fuck, I might not come back to this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people think, like, shit, I got here. I might not get back to this some bitch. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably why he was crying too. So I understand it, bro. I understand it. Especially, we don't have one. This motherfucker don't have ACL injuries on both knees. Fuck.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like when you really think of the big picture of the moment, like if I kind of sit back and go, okay, if that were me, would I be on the sidelines just okay? No, I could probably see where the emotions just boil completely over and you don't really have control over what is actually happening.
And then he probably got it together. And somebody reminded him too. Somebody probably said something, triggered his ass. He's like, fuck, dog. Like he probably got out the locker room, didn't know the results. He probably was cool.
When 18 for the Rams, was it Schwarzenegger? What was his name? Scoward?
Man, he had like a Russian or a German last name or some shit like that.
Whatever his last, when he had basically that drop that got into that Bates picked off right after. Probably somebody looked at Odell and said, that wouldn't have been you. You would have caught that shit.
I'd have been 6.
And Odell went all over again. He was probably fine coming back from the half.
Nah, honestly, I just thought about it when I was saying that. It probably was like the fucking trainers. Like he probably got out of the locker room, did all this shit, got dressed, and they was like, "Are we gonna give you the results?" And he didn't know what happened, so he probably was like, "Damn, my shit torn. Like I already been through this shit." He's probably thinking like, "What if it's just like a meniscus or like something small?" You know what I'm saying? They probably told him like same shit. He probably lost that shit.
Burrow played with a torn meniscus, or not a torn, sprained meniscus. That came out today.
Who?
Burrow. Remember when he
Burrow.
went down and his knee got twisted up?
Mm-hmm.
We both looked at it like, oh fuck. And then he walked off. Well, came out today. It was a sprained MCL.
But then think about that last play. Think about the last play. You think Aaron Donald get him healthy? I don't know, bro. Because he gave that shit
Donald
up. He gave it up too easy.
Donald was coming from his blind side.
True,
And
but Burrow saw
left guard got abused.
True, but
Like,
Burrow saw him. If you rewatch that play, Burrow saw him coming. And he took like a couple steps and then just fucking tried to do it. He couldn't push off that fucking leg like that. Yeah. If you really look at that play, like, damn, he probably, you know what I'm saying, tried to do the best he could. Like, if he was just upright, he probably would have been able to get it to Jamar Chase. But the fact that he had a sprained MCL, that's the only reason why Aaron Donald made that sack. Because he wasn't even able, because like I said, he saw him coming.
Yeah.
He knew it was single coverage, so he knew he coming. You know what I mean? It probably was max protect. They saw him coming, like Aaron Donald gonna be by himself.
There was a stat that I saw today. It said there have been 16 quarterbacks who have been to the Super Bowl at like their first Super Bowl and lost. All 16 of them have never been back to the Super Bowl since that loss.
Yeah, they need to calm down with that.
That's where I was thinking that, and then they start asking, "Oh, well, is Joe Burrow going to be the one to break that?" And I think the obvious answer for that is yes, because in his second year, the way Joe Burrow played, the way he is under pressure and everything, I think there's no doubt, in my mind that he's going to be back. Oh, well, okay. The only way he's back is if Cincinnati does right by him. Get some good protection, get some a line. He's already got good weapons and everything like that. Just get him an offensive line. You get him an offensive line, and it's over from there. And then you can just focus on bolstering your defense.
Joey Tiger King.
Seriously, London, I really do think Joe Burrow, and I do think, granted, depending on how things go this offseason, the Bengals could be contending again next year. I think they're going to be owning the AFC North for a while. Pittsburgh ain't going nowhere. Who the hell do they got at the quarterback now? Big Ben's gone.
They might fuck around.
Russell Westbrook. even with even with Big Ben there, they sucked. So you think Wilson will go there?
Shooting. They can get Russell Westbrook the way he's shooting.
Right.
Yeah, they're throwing them bitches. Hey, look. Hey, like you think about it. Think about who Russell is and his persona. Like if you really look down to it, Russell likes stability. Like he likes formalities. And playing under Pete Carroll, it's like, yeah, he rah, but Pete Carroll also be on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like coaching wise. So if Russell got the opportunity, he probably would go to Pittsburgh with fucking Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin keep that shit in check. And he'll probably keep fucking Russell protected.
Tom Coughlin.
I mean, not Tom Coughlin. Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. What the fuck?
I'm like, Tom Coughlin.
I was like Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, fuck Tom Coughlin. I was thinking about I watched the Eli Manning show, like a rerun of Eli Manning show. He was on that motherfucker earlier today, and that shit is fucking with me right now. My bad, y'all.
I was like, I think you mean Mike Tomlin. Yeah.
Y'all know what the fuck I mean. Shit.
Now we do. It's like Coughlin at first going, shit.
Not yourself, shit.
But so now, and then another topic that I've been hearing is the conversation of, and again, I talked a little bit with the guys on the ESPN 1320 because they were having the conversation of, is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer? And then they commented on Richard Sherman's comments about like the Hall of Fame actually being kind of diluted at this point. So I look at it as, there was a lot of truth in what Richard Sherman had said. at no point in Matthew Stafford's career was he the best quarterback in the league.
He sucked.
No all pros.
He sucked.
One Pro Bowl and
He
everything.
sucked.
So I mean, so is he a Hall of Famer? Well, I mean, if you go by the way it is now, where is he first ballot? No, not at all. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he'll make it somewhere down the line. But they were going, well, how do you make it at some point? Well, I mean, at least the thought that started running in my head was the reason why it's become the Hall of Fame of really good is because we have Hall of Fame inductees every single year. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where all of the greats or anybody that we deem, the greatest of all time of that era or that position or top 5, top 10 greatest of all time, whatever, are either still currently playing or they're already in the Hall of Fame. So at this point, your selection becomes, as Sherman put it, diluted. So I think maybe in order to kind of prevent that, maybe they should go a little bit longer than just every single year on putting people in the Hall of Fame.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because you got to remember they already got to wait 5 years to get in.
They have to wait 5 years, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I was actually thinking maybe I don't know, once every 5 years or once every fucking 10 years.
Nah.
That they put people in the Hall. A good number of people, but it wouldn't be like the normal 6 or 7 that they put in as finalists.
Nah, the thing is, they should just keep it real. We don't have nobody this year. That's just it.
Straight up tell them nobody's.
We don't have nobody this year, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least they're skipping year. Make it at least every other year or something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you can't do that. I ain't gonna say I'm not agreeing with that. I'm saying do it every year because everybody comes to term when they ended their career. Everybody got a clock. I wouldn't say just skip a year or something like that. Like, just still have them do it. Still have the Hall of Fame game where you know what I'm saying, show love to the fucking greats that came before. So they still have the Hall of Fame game every year. But if they don't have people that year, that's just the Hall of Fame game. We're just gonna commemorate everybody that's been there and celebrate the people. But outside of that, I wouldn't say just skip a year and nothing like that, because that'd be fucked up. Like, what if you do have one motherfucker that was like amazing? Like, say just Deion Sanders, like, I know he in the Hall of Fame, but just say Deion Sanders was up with a bunch of like regular motherfuckers. Like, you supposed to have Deion Sanders waiting the next year because he got a bunch of regular motherfuckers with him? Like, nah, induct him and then have the other motherfuckers just kick dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much what it is.
I mean, though, if you look at a lot of the players who are not currently in the Hall of Fame, who are eligible to be nominated in, it does kind of make you think, if you start looking at, well, again, it's the Hall of Really Good. Well, maybe it's the selection committee's fault for putting the wrong people in. That makes it seem that way. Because Randall Cunningham, he's not in. You got guys like, let's see, who is in here? Eddie George, he's not in. Jamal Lewis, Ricky Waters, Donald Driver, who was a Green Bay great.
I gotta stop you right there, pimpin', because that's when you get really good. That's when you get to really good. Donald Driver was really good. He was really good. He was really good with Brett and Aaron in the beginning. He was really good. Hall of Fame? Never. He'd go in the Green Bay Ring of Fame or some shit. But
what about Torrey Holt, though? Torrey Holt? Do we? I bet you talk to Marshall, he'll tell you yes.
Yeah, because that's his teammate. I ain't being disrespectful. I'm just keeping it real. I'm a fan. And I'm gonna be honest. I was alive during that time. I watched the Rams and all that shit. He was good. Torrey Holt was good. But if Marshall Faulk wasn't in the game, is Torrey Holt, like, you know what I'm saying, gonna consistently take over the game and be like, damn, Torrey Holt finna go
I mean, he
stupid.
also
Like,
had Isaac Bruce on the other side.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a tandem. I don't know, bro. I'm be honest.
Clark.
I don't remember Torrey Holt being by himself and him just killing.
You think Dallas Clark should be in the Hall of Fame?
Dallas Clark from who? Oh man.
From who?
My internet choppy. Oh, what'd you say?
Say Dallas Clark.
From who?
From the Colts. He was Peyton Manning's tight end forever, number 44. I guess that's a no from K.
That's a hell to the no. Serious crazy?
I mean, in my opinion, I thought Dallas Clark was one of like the better tight ends of the era at that time.
Man, you really get misconstrued with Peyton Manning.
I mean, Brian Waters, the guard from Seattle all those years, like how?
Who was we with? Was he with Hasselbeck?
DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
I don't even know who that is.
Logan Mankins. Oh my God, he was considered one of the
I
best
remember
guards of the time. How was Logan Mankins not in there?
Because he was going high not too long ago.
Jesse Sapolo, he was one of the better offensive linemen of that time during the 80s Super Bowl era. He's not in.
Oh, no, but I remember Logan Mankins.
Robert Mathis. You don't think Robert Mathis should be in?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Nah. Robert Mathis? Talking about the linebacker, right? Or the safety?
The defensive end.
I don't even know what the fuck he played, but he played with the Colts, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, fuck. They did run the 3-4, so he was technically a linebacker. What the fuck?
This fucking.
Nah, bro.
Peanut Tillman?
Charles Tillman?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Whose stats is you putting his shit up against and be like, damn, like, I mean, he almost there.
I'm just going by what I saw during their time when they played.
I feel you, bro, but you also gotta remember.
I mean, again, by all means, I'm not saying first ballot Hall of Fame. But from the time they've been out up until now, it's like it's a little surprising some of them aren't in.
Let me ask you this.
So that further tells me.
Let me ask you this. Charles Tillman whole career and Jalen Ramsey career till now, who's better? He don't go. He don't go. He don't go. He don't go.
Like I said, that further proves my point then that Matthew Stafford is not going into the Hall of Fame. That's just
Matthew Stafford ain't even he been in the league 14 years, just got his first Super Bowl.
You think Randall Cunningham deserves to be in there?
5 years. Pat Mahomes been in the league 4 or 5 years and had a better career than Matthew Stafford already.
What about Randall Cunningham?
I mean, that's tough. I like Randall Cunningham, but I don't know how they're going to judge him because Randall Cunningham has some shitty years after he, you know what I'm saying? He on the downside, he has some pretty bad years. You know what I mean?
Those years in Minnesota and everything after he was with.
When they said it was on the backside. I mean, the way it was, because I wasn't in the lie like that. Like I was up, but I wasn't up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really get to see it. That's more of a Mad Six question. So I probably should just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't that good in Minnesota.
I know I wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like his Eagles stuff that I've seen and everything. Like when he was with Philly.
Eagles. Yeah, not when he was with Minnesota.
Let me ask y'all one question.
Didn't he have Randy?
Let me ask you one question. Yeah, Chris called it. Let me ask you, I think he had Randy on the earlier half. Let me ask y'all one question.
Right.
Didn't Nick Foles win the Eagles' first Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to be in the Eagles Hall of Fame. That's for sure. Their Ring of Honor.
No, my point of saying that is about Randall Cunningham. He wasn't too goddamn good.
Well, who was on Randall Cunningham's team at that time? Herm Edwards.
Yeah, Herm Edwards wasn't no hoe now. Don't do that.
That was a
Herm
special
Edwards
teamer.
wasn't no
He
hoe
is a
now.
special teamer. He was a special teamer.
Hey, he wasn't no hoe. You go out there and say that to a coach, it was a knock your block off.
Oh shit. Capo's back in the chat, bro. Hey, real quick, shout out to Capo. He was with us during the watch along for pretty much the entire time.
That's my dog. My dog GBE was Hannon.
But like he said Matthew Stafford did what he was supposed to do. He was showing signs trying to get out of Detroit. Now that you're out, you better show us something. Hall of Fame. Oh, stop it. So hey, I mean, again, I agree. I don't think Matthew Stafford right now.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
If next year he has a good year and they repeat, you might start having that conversation. That
Josh,
might start.
You high right now?
No, enough to think.
You
think
gotta
about
be
that,
high.
No, I'm not.
You
Okay,
gotta be loaded.
Okay,
You gotta
I'm
be
thinking
loaded.
hypotheticals here. I'm thinking hypotheticals. Honestly, do you think that if Matthew Stafford and the Rams repeated, that they wouldn't start actually making that conversation?
Rams. I don't think the Rams got a chance of repeating next year.
Man,
They got
I
a lot
think
of cap issues they got to worry about.
I think if Matthew Stafford has the exact game he had in the Super Bowl, he gets blown the fuck out, bro. The exact game, he can have the same stats. Them 2 picks. Oh boy, them 2 picks, and when he threw them was costly. He got lucky, bro. That's all that shit was. He got lucky.
Well, the defense
what?
Kept him in it. The defense kept him in it.
Man, fuck out of here, man. Them motherfuckers was
Cincinnati's
dropping the ball.
They
put
P.
Ryan in.
Miller. Von Miller was fucking being.
He tipped the ball.
helpful.
He tipped the ball 2
Floyd.
plays. You're right. You're right. Von Miller was doing that. I'm not discrediting them.
Again?
I'm not discrediting them.
I forgot who
That's,
number 50 was.
50 is Floyd, I'm pretty sure. And the other cat, 54 is
it Jones?
Something like that. I don't forgot his name, but them both of them was
like
going off. I'm not discrediting
right
them.
there. Their whole defensive front right there was
they was doing their
work.
thing overall in the game, but here's the problem. If Joe Burrow getting the ball off, he's still getting it out his hand and it's to the receiver and the receiver dropping it. What you want to do?
I mean, the only one that was dropped was what, Boyd, when he was about to get hit.
Tyler Boyd dropped one. Higgins did drop
Chase
one.
Had that fucking one-hander on Ramsey.
On fucking Ramsey. Did they even call that? Did they even call that PI? I don't even think they called that PI, bro. Jalen Ramsey tripped him and literally was like, my bad. I don't even think they called that PI, bro.
No, they didn't call it PI. But that catch that Chase had.
That shit mean.
Like, whoo. That's going to be one that's viewed for a while. Yeah, because that one was a hell of a catch.
I ain't seen too many losers catches and
plays
from the Super Bowl.
That is also true. That is also very true. If anything, they're gonna have Cooper Kupp catching it all over Eli Apple's dumb fucking ass. You think we weren't gonna get to you, Mr. Apple? Let's talk, Eli. All that shit you were talking on social media about the Chiefs and everything like that. Chiefs are roasting your punk ass all over social media right now, and you haven't said a goddamn thing. Quiet as hell over there.
His team probably told him not to say nothing.
His team told him the right thing to do. Just shut the fuck up and take it, because that's all you gotta do.
Just take it.
Take the L, bud. That was just
by now, I mean, at this point, he should be on the ladder somewhere, like a agility ladder, with a nice little trainer and a coach to work on his footwork. Because boy, atrocious. I'm just going to let you know. Hey, shout out to my boy though, number 22. Ain't my boy. I don't even know homie, but he did shout out San Jose and shit like that. Jit was out there balling.
Uzier.
Jit was out there balling.
Kid.
He was balling. Him and fucking Wilson. Both of them was balling, bro, for the Bengals.
Hendrickson was doing well too.
He did well in the beginning. He got shut the fuck down.
Pretty well.
He got shut. Henderson got shut down, bro.
What about Hubbard though?
Hubbard, Hubbard
kind of made up for it.
I'm telling you, bro. The two
By the way,
stars.
Capo says okay, I'm still cracking up about him shutting down the Charles Tillman comparing to Jalen Ramsey. That was too accurate.
Bruh. I'm like GB, bro. This man Josh be thinking I'm just shooting out the ass, man.
Hey, I'm not saying you're not gonna have people who don't agree with you. I mean, I agree with you and shit like that too. But I'm just saying, like,
True.
Charles Tillman of all people,
See,
like, I think at some point he should be in. But I mean, getting back to the Super Bowl, I'm just saying, like, Jalen Ramsey was in a lot of ways getting exposed.
Yeah, this game he did. He got exposed.
He was getting exposed.
Sure.
And not even just by Jamar Chase. It was by T. Higgins as well.
Well, I mean, you got to think about both of them two number ones. For sure, number ones.
No.
Like, and Chad Johnson said that's mini-me type shit.
T. Higgins is a natural number one?
Bruh, man, Ocho was like, this my mini-me low-key. You got to remember what Ocho brought to the table, bro. If Ocho had a quarterback like Joe Burrow, just think about it, bro. Think about their receivers they had. They had fucking goddamn Peter Ward. They had Peter Ward. They had
the
Ocho,
Bengals
and they
had
had
Terrell
TJ
Owens
Usmanzada
and Ocho Cinco on the same team at one point.
That was the back half of their career.
I'm just saying, though.
I mean, when Ocho, before he was Ocho, he was just Chad Johnson.
Wasn't those the Carson Palmer days?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying.
Cheeks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, another one, Carson. You ain't never gonna sniff the Hall of Fame either, bud. Sorry, it just ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. He might be able to politic his way in there, but it ain't gonna happen after that. But no, it's just with everything that was called, and then the final plays, just basically what was it, 3-4 plays in a row? They called on flags.
Yeah, shout out to the Los Angeles refs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys played a good game. Like I said on Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? Y'all played a good game. Y'all threw a lot of flags in short order. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real short order. Like the next play, come on, bro. And then on top of that, I sent y'all a post. One of the linebackers, I forgot what team he played for, but he said the most pointed point. You know what I'm saying? My man was like, first off, they in the red zone, inside the 5, within 5 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a short play. He's able to be physical with the doggone receiver. Plus, they never call that, and it wasn't even nothing to, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't call that. Plus, I think what PI supposed to be impeding on your route running, right? Like if you holding somebody, you slowing them down, that's impeding on their route running. He necessarily wasn't slowing him down.
The PI is more impeding on the ability to catch the ball while the ball's already in the air. That's more the PI. Anything before the ball is in the air is more like a holding, is what it is what it would be considered or should be considered. Pass interference is when the ball's in the air, holding before.
But I'm saying though, like I'm saying the whole act of the shit. But yeah, you're right. I'm tripping. Anyway, at the same time, he didn't do that. He didn't do any of that. Cooper Kupp tried to catch that ball. He dropped the fuck out that hole, and they still fucking threw the shit.
They said, Cooper dropped it. Let's give him another chance.
Man, they was like, man, let's make this a fairy tale story for Cooper Kupp. I don't know what the fuck Cooper Kupp did. I don't know who the fuck Cooper Kupp know. But to be all the way honest with you, bro been in the league a little bit of time. He was there when the Rams was in St. Louis.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't? I thought he was there his rookie year when the Rams was in St. Louis.
No.
They still had them ugly ass jerseys.
His rookie year was the year after they had already gotten to LA. He's still in his rookie contract right
now. So he was the first year in LA.
Yeah, he's still in his rookie contract right
now. Okay, so he was the first year. First year.
No. Well, they were 2 years at the Coliseum,
man,
right?
How long you been in the league, bro? Let's just eliminate that.
Before SoFi, what I'm saying is before SoFi was built, they were 2 years at the Coliseum, right? How long did they have Jared Goff for? What, 2-3 years? They had 1 year in St. Louis and then 2 years with him in LA, right? When they were at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp was there at the last year. So he was there the second year they had gotten to LA already.
NFL, ain't shit. Cooper Kupp.
I think he's only in his third year right now.
He's on his 5th year.
Really? Cooper Kupp is on his 5th year?
I tried to fucking tell you. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't fucking tripping. His rookie year, they was in St. Louis still, and they had them ugly ass jerseys. It was him. Hey. What was my boy name? He was like number fucking 11 or 18
Cooper Kupp
or some
has been
shit
in
like
the
that.
league for 5 years.
bro. I'm trying to tell you, this motherfucker came
Where
out
the
of
fuck has
nowhere,
the
bro.
time
I'm
gone
not
by?
tripping.
And
I knew I
second of
wasn't
all,
fucking tripping. Like Cooper
I
Cup
don't
low
think the
key came
Rams are
out of
going to be,
nowhere.
dude. The Rams aren't going to be able to afford Cooper Cup and OBJ at the same time. There's no way.
All Dale already said he's taking a pay cut.
He said, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
He said that he put it on Twitter. He taking a pay cut. He said he taking a hometown discount straight up. He said that before the Super Bowl. Well, why the fuck not? He
contract based on incentives.
I mean, shit. He told them out the gate he wanted to be in LA when he left the Giants. When he was leaving the Giants, he wanted to be in LA. He's in LA. Why the fuck would he leave? Why would he force their hand to make him leave? And if he do leave, he probably end up with the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Like he go be
OBJ with Herbert,
bro. I don't think you understand how crazy
with
that
Herbert
is.
and Keenan Allen
and Mike Williams.
And don't they have Hunter Henry down there?
Yeah.
Or is Hunter Henry a Patriot?
Hunter Henry's a Patriot.
So
I knew that name didn't sound right. I knew that name didn't sound right. I don't know, bro. I don't know who they got
a
tight end
out there in LA for the Chargers.
I don't know who they got. Oh, they got Jared Cook over there.
Yeah, Jared Cook's already pretty old and he's on the back.
He was balling this past season for low key.
No, I get that.
He was low key balling this year.
No,
the year before when he was on the Saints, but
no, I get that.
This year he was low key balling with Jared.
When he was with the Saints, when he was with the Raiders, is actually when he had that breakout season.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about recently, as of the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, recently
you know
he's been
with
very
two
average.
Good quarterbacks. You kind of, you know what I mean.
He's on the back half of his career. He's on the back half of his career.
That's a fact.
I mean, that's just kind of, yeah. But I mean,
well, man, Six Man, how you doing, bro? Like, how's everything going, dog? Like, you know.
I called you a superstar for a reason, bro. That clothing you had.
Man, just been working music, trying to save up to get this new controller so I can really get down on the music. The Rain one, so to give me the feel of the record. I ain't never spun on record, so it'll be all new, so I've been on all it's still digital, but I've been on all like the smaller analog controllers. So these are like full size 12, so it'll be fun.
Get down.
It's a big fucking board, no?
Yeah.
You need to watch the Get Down and start doing
videos.
that jam.
Oh yeah, that show is good. Yeah.
Watch the Get Down.
Get that crayon.
I was watching Jam Master J, or not Jam Master J, but Jazzy Jeff using them, and I was watching some videos with him using it. That fool was
blew your mind.
He was cutting that Rock the Bill, so that shit was hella dope. So I think that's the first song I'm gonna learn how to scratch on. Cause I don't know how to scratch. I've never tried to scratch, so it'll be the first. It'll be a learning. That's what I'm about to learn next. Is like how to really scratch on there and take that shit to a whole other level.
Let me ask you this. I know you're gonna learn on that, but what's like the one song you like? All right, once I get that shit, I'm going to that motherfucker. I'm gonna scratch the hell out of it.
Probably Rock the Bills, yeah.
Yeah, like that's your jam?
Yeah, Rock the Bills, go to some like My Adidas, transition into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've heard a couple like mixes that I've kind of liked. So, and then my boy who I'm always with is my boy's brother, my boy that passed away, his brother that I DJ with all the time. I'm always down there. So he just built a studio in his garage. He's already had one, but he just got some new equipment. So he was like, it's time for you to do a mixtape. So I'm gonna get in there and start doing some recording pretty soon. And
hey, let me get on the skit. Let me get on the skit. Let me get on the goddamn skit. Hey, I'm trying to be in the act of the donkey. I try to sack by that motherfucker. Hey, man. Hey, I want to get on this. I want to be on another album. I'm on one so far. I want to get on your shit and just talk shit, make a skit. I don't give a damn. I ain't no rapper shit. I ain't rapping nothing. I ain't rapping nothing but a goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
And you guys already know this episode is brought to you by Raise Energy, the best energy drink on the planet. Go to repsports.com, REPP sports.com, and use the promo code ALPRAISE at checkout to get 15% off of your order. Prickly Pear is now the limited time offer flavor that is out right now. Had that one before. That one is actually very, very good. I got a shipment of that coming in very soon, so I'll be able to have some more of that. Get your gear, get everything that it is raised. I got the DMC shirt right now, the Demand More Challenge shirt right now. Let's see, got everything else again. Repsports.com. Demand more. Join the Rays Rebellion. Alpha Rays, 15% off. Appreciate Rays for being with us since the very beginning. What do y'all think of Kyler Murray?
As far as what?
Well, according to Nathan McKinnon, Kyler Murray reportedly had a recent meeting with ownership in which he made multiple demands. One of those demands, the Cardinals must land Cowboys CeeDee Lamb through a trade. Murray strongly desires playing with his close friend on the same team. Now I don't I want to be honest with you. I don't think there's any way in God's green earth that the Cowboys would ever give up CeeDee Lamb.
Oh no, you tripping.
Oh, you think so?
Bruh, how did that game finish? How did they playoff game finish? What was CD at?
I mean, where was Amari at, really? That was the real question.
I mean, yeah, he was
CD was
non-existent,
playing.
but he was non-existent, but CD was not involved like that in that game.
CD was also not involved. That is also correct.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, he ain't getting targets, he ain't being utilized.
Mad Six, what would the Cowboys have to get from the Cardinals in order to get CeeDee Lamb?
And my smoky voice, not a damn thing. He ain't getting shit. They ain't giving up. They ain't giving up nothing. They ain't giving up. Jerry Jones ain't giving up CeeDee Lamb.
Shit.
He'll give
Jerry
up Cooper
Jones.
Before he does that.
He'll give
Jerry
up
Jones,
Zeke. He'll give up Zeke and he'll give up Cooper. But he ain't giving up Lamb.
Knowing Jerry, he asked for D-Hop. Jerry asked for D-Hop. Oh, you want CD? Okay, let me get D-Hop. They'd be like, no, then shit. All right, well, I'm gonna fuck with you.
D-Hop and what? Isaiah Simmons?
Or Jerry be like, shit, give me your first. He like, give me your first, your second, and fucking goddamn 3 more extra first. He'll do some shit like that, like try to recoup for the trade to get Amari. And then he'll trade Amari and Zeke and then get the picks from that.
For CeeDee Lamb, he's gonna have to give up a player,
That's what I do.
3 first rounds, a second. He's gonna have to give up like a lot to get CeeDee Lamb.
That's what I'm saying. If he able to get, just think about it. Even if he just say, y'all can have him, give me the first round for this year, second round for this year, give me 3 future first rounds, and probably be like next year, the year after that, and like 5 years down the line, I need that one.
I mean,
that's some shit Jerry Jones asked for, and then he'll sit there and be like, "All right, cool. Now he got them picks. CD, I love you. I wanted you here, but shit, I only got you for one pick a couple years ago. I just got a load of picks. I'm gonna trade Amari and Zeke, and now I'm gonna rebuild this whole offense.
What is Murray's leverage though? Like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna leave. Or I'm gonna quit. Like, what? I'm gonna go play baseball.
Yeah,
which, by the way, is in a lockout, and they're not even playing.
I know.
Like, what are you even doing? What have you proven enough?
He'll say he'll sit or some shit, and they don't have nothing on their roster. To answer your question,
Hey, leave it to a former Oklahoma quarterback to make a situation more difficult.
And this is the one you have faith in too.
This is the one that I actually thought that things were going to turn. Hey, it might have to change my opinion.
I can't even deny this
quarterbacks.
I can't even rock with you, Colin. You tripping?
Like, what the fuck? I don't even understand what the hell is going on with this guy. Like, he took everything Cardinals off of his social media. All of a sudden making all these demands and shit. Like, hold on.
He want to get traded.
Bro, like,
he want to get traded. That's why he doing all this shit. He don't want to demand a trade, but he want to get traded. You trying to fucking make all this ruckus so they trade his ass. He like, D-Hop, I love you, bro, but I gotta go. Like, I gotta get the fuck around. Like, they got this little ass O-line. They got these old ass motherfuckers on defense.
Little O-line. They have a little O-line because they have a little quarterback. That is the specific reason for that.
Like, he a couple inches shorter than Russell, and Russell O-line was sorry now, but when they had the fucking Legion of Boom, they wasn't as sorry. They O-line was still
if he's a couple of inches shorter than Russ, then that is kind of a problem.
Yeah, but Kyler faster than Russ. Kyler be getting out of that shit. He be kind of dipping, even with that sorry ass O-line.
He be kind of in the pocket.
I mean, shit, that really don't matter. To be honest with you,
it doesn't really matter to be able to throw from the pocket in the NFL.
I mean, he can still, you gotta think about it. The way Drew Brees stole in the pocket, he looked through gaps. He couldn't see behind. He was a big ass O-line in New Orleans.
Well, that and timing routes and everything. He just kind of chucked it and hoped his receiver was there.
If you're a good quarterback, all quarterbacks is talking about timing, bro. all of football is about timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get what he's trying to say, his overall statement, but the way he going by this bullshit, he just trying to get traded, bro. He trying to get traded. He gonna get traded. They're gonna trade his ass. They said
he took himself out of the game in the game against the Rams in the playoffs.
I mean, like, the O-line was getting disassembled, bro.
I mean, you don't walk out on your team though. Like walking out.
AB.
He straight up just said, "I'm out."
Kyler pulled an AB. What the fuck? Kyler pulled a fucking AB.
That's just terrible, man. Just fucking terrible. I think. Well, that's pretty much the end of the Cardinals. Now you can forget about that franchise on the up. That's fucking done.
Say the Niners ass. Say the Niners ass. Because the Niners had no hope if they would have figured that shit out. Kyler went over that trip and they figured out their O-line problems and fucking goddamn gonna get.
Okay, I have to ask you something.
What's that?
There are too many rumors running around to make it really a rumor anymore. This is more starting to become something that could be reality based. There have been talks that Tom Brady would come back to play if and only if he played for the 49ers. Now, in order to do that, that would mean the I mean, I'm just saying, in order for that to happen, the Bucs would have to trade Tom to the 49ers. Now, one, do you think that would ever happen? And two, do you think there is any fact or any possible way that this is real?
1 second. Give me 30 seconds.
What do you think, Mad Six? Do you think Brady's going to be a 49er?
Hell no. Brady ain't going to the Niners.
I see nothing about that. I'm on Brady's Twitter. Yeah. So here's the thing.
You're on Brady's Twitter.
Yeah, because I ain't seen. If Tom Brady ain't said it, ain't true.
Shit.
Right.
Tom ain't said a goddamn thing. What the fuck y'all talking about? And look, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
I saw him just looking at Tom Brady's Twitter. And
I don't think he understands that it's a lot of people that like the 49ers. Like, it's a lot of people in media that really like the 49ers, like are fans of the 49ers. So based off of that and that alone, they're gonna fucking make up some shit. You'll see a whole bunch of rumors. It's like, dog, you know how many people it is in just this country alone?
Capo said, but rumor had it that Brady said Shanahan is insecure. And I can totally see that.
Kyle Shanahan's name is B Rabbit, bro. I don't like if GBE, bro. I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty sure Josh called him B Rabbit too.
It is that.
Call him Kyle Shanahan is B Rabbit from 8 Mile, bro. I'm talking about before he got his confidence and shit. Nah, I'm talking about this right out the wink. Fuck this girl. He's just he choke artist. He's still choking and shit. Like, man, he over here crazy. So, yeah.
It was bad.
Fuck no. Fuck no. He over there choking. That man choked 3 years straight. That man choked 3 years straight, bro.
And other people are
That
like,
shit
oh,
crazy.
but they're in love with Trey
Well,
Lance. And I'm
I'm
like,
sorry. Not 3 straight.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I actually don't believe. And then I'm hearing things going around that they may re-sign Jimmy, and I'm like,
Bro. Why would Tom let a team that disrespected him twice, bro? Twice, dog. They disrespected him. First off, you disrespected him more than twice. I mean, you drafted who you drafted. So you disrespected him twice in
yes,
free
Cap,
agency.
the same exact way he choked. Yeah, the same exact way he choked every single time. That's the hard part about it. I understand.
You probably should read that out. What he say?
Well, that's what he said. He said, real talk. Not only does he choke, but he chokes the same way. Every time.
Telling you.
He says at the podium every fucking time, we're gonna learn from our mistakes. No, the fuck you're not. No, the fuck you're not. And I think that's what Brady means by insecure. The fact that he's not willing to admit when he's, this shit's not gonna work. I don't know, man. I don't know,
Bro,
man.
that's a rumor that Brady ain't say that. Brady ain't say that. That's fans saying that shit.
Rumor that Brady said. I mean, that is a rumor. But
My thing is, y'all need a lot of rebuilding to sit here and think y'all finna just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get just like think about it. Y'all get Tom Brady right now. All you got is
right.
Debo Samuel for real, for real. You get I'm sorry. You got Debo and George because George then is back activated. He's completely back activated as a dang on receiving weapon. I apologize. I will apologize on that strongly. George gets back activated as a weapon. You only got a receiver and a tight end because Ayuk, he's non-existent. I understand Brady nice, but he's Tyler Johnson.
I think Ayuk, unfortunately, as much promise as he had, and I mean, I still think he does. I just think
that man
with
Tyler
Debo, with George, and the rise of Juwan Jennings, number 15.
Oh, yes,
The wide receiver in the playoffs and everything, he was starting to show up more than Ayuk was. And so I'm starting to think that Juwan Jennings might be the answer for that, and Ayuk might be traded, somewhere. That's just in my opinion. No, I don't think anybody has even said that, but from what I see, I think
I'm confused because I'm confused that y'all had catches downfield. Which game is this in playoffs? Because y'all had 2, right? Y'all played the Cowboys.
I'm just talking about like yards after the catch. Obviously, everything is yards after the catch with Jimmy.
I have no
idea.
That's what I'm saying. I thought everything was Debo. I thought all your receiving yards came from Debo.
No, if it wasn't Debo, when it came to the playoffs, if it wasn't Debo, then it was Juwan Jennings.
Man.
Yeah, so that's George is doing a whole lot of pass blocking and everything like that because got to keep Jimmy up forever. Can't get rid of the ball quick, or can't throw the ball downfield.
I really think it's your receivers really do suck. Debo getting double and the rest of your receivers suck. I really feel like you're not giving Jimmy G credit. If he ain't giving the ball out of his hands, that means your receiver's not open.
Let's call him by his real name, Anti-Clutch.
Talking about James?
Anti-Clutch, yes, him.
Man, James.
I don't give a shit give him credit, whatever. He's proven nothing to me. He has proven only that he is also on the level of fucking Senor B Rabbit there at fucking head coach.
That's why they're a perfect tandem.
No, it's not a perfect tandem for the 49ers' sake. For the 49er fucking fans' sake, that is not a good tandem.
Hey, man, fuck y'all. I know Matt Six felt that one. He was like, "Oh yeah."
He had the big old smile. He's like, "Fuck, thank you. Somebody said it." That's just terrible. Well, I mean, it is what it is. But then the season is now over, and Rams have their parade, which there were more people at the 0-16 Browns parade than there was at the LA parade. Further proving that LA is not a football town. Exactly. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about it. Yeah. So LA is not a football town. We know that. That is very obvious. All the stars and everything that you saw and everything, it was just all social event publicity stunt
Oh,
bullshit.
SoFi
That's all it was.
Arena, that fucking dope. That's all that meant. SoFi Arena lit. Boy, I didn't go up in that bitch. Fuck the game. That bitch lit. That's
Just
all
the
the only
stadium
thing that
itself.
bitch meant.
That's why the fucking tickets were so much.
Hey, that motherfucker was lit, boy. Hey,
Got to get it back to the fans.
hey,
Man.
you
They gotta
saw
make
Matt Stafford
tickets cheaper
wife?
than that.
Matt Stafford wife was out that motherfucker slizzard, boy. She was slizzard out that bitch. Hey, hey.
You think she's not used to that? They play at SoFi at home games all the time.
She is married to Matt Stafford. They probably be drinking beers and crushing the cans on their foreheads, looking ass motherfuckers.
From Georgia.
Did I say something wrong then?
Oh shit, that's too funny. Actually, I think he's from Dallas. He just played college in Georgia. Still haven't said anything wrong.
I'm not searching.
Still haven't said anything wrong.
Phone. I'm not searching shit on my phone. Not with his name. I do Cooper Kupp because Jet nice. He came out of nowhere, but he nice. But I ain't searching Matt Stafford. One of y'all want to do that.
Rams didn't. Because Rams didn't win the Super Bowl. City of LA won the Super Bowl. LA made sure they were getting all the credit. I mean, if the city of LA was on the field and won them the Super Bowl, then hey. But I'm just saying, like, now we're at a point where we go, what's next? Since football season's over, obviously we got the off season. The USFL is coming up. Their uniform reveals and everything like that are coming up tomorrow. We'll see how that ends up going. Kay hasn't even picked a team because at this point he still doesn't give a shit. He's waiting on the XFL at this point, trying to see how that comes out.
Hey, first off, I want to say on the episode format, man, The Rock, bro, you in this Super Bowl. Y'all motherfuckers better bring the XFL. You better do something. You just won the Super Bowl showing your face. So next time they see you, they better see your ass either on Black Adam or motherfucking XFL, big guy. That's not a threat. That's just a request. That's a strong worded request. Because I don't want no smoke with you, big guy. You got a lot of fucking lawyers. Hey, yo, I want no smoke with you, big guy. This is all jokes.
I mean, we got all that coming up. Obviously, we're never going to talk about baseball on this fucking show. Basketball, All-Star break is coming up. Trying to get into new things. Maybe Formula One's coming up. New season of Drive to Survive. Formula One is on Netflix. So that's going to be fun to watch from this last season.
I gotta watch it because I actually want to talk about that.
No,
because y'all made it sound so interesting. I want to talk about
it. It's pretty fucking crazy. And, you know, Lewis Hamilton, it really did think I really like that guy, even though I do like Max Verstappen. The plan is for us to try and cover a Formula One event when they come to Austin. So we'll be able to get there in October and do that. So be on the lookout for that. That's something that we're very interested in, and something that is on the list of things to cover from this, because we want to not just bring the obvious big sports, but we kind of want to bring sport. The plan is to kind of bring sports that are obviously universally loved, but not as, you know, thought of here in the States. You know, so obviously soccer is a very big.
Oh, that football.
You know, that's very big around the world, other than here in the U.S.
Shout out to Manchester City. Shout out to Manchester City.
You know, so
go blue.
So we'll see. There's a lot of things that we can cover. There's a lot of things that we can look into, and it's going to be pretty excited to kind of see. And with everybody else watching and listening, if you guys got anything, any sports or anything like that you think we should look into, by all means, throw it in the comments and let us know on Twitter at the JAFFO's AP. Let us know on YouTube where you're seeing this right now, Tornado Bros Productions YouTube channel. Go on Facebook, where once again, Tornado Bros Productions, and then IG at JAFFO Sports. There's all the social medias. There's a lot of things coming up in the new year. San Jose State just put out their upcoming schedule, so we can start making plans for all of that. Coach Zoe's excited. Planning on talking to him pretty soon about spring ball over there at San Jose State, so we'll be able to see if we can do that. So it's going to be an exciting year. There's a lot of things coming up that we want to do and be a part of, and kind of expand the horizons of the show. So for those of you guys who have been with us, we appreciate you guys, and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be an absolute fun one. Can't wait to talk to you guys again. Even though football season's over, we're still going to try and keep this two times a week, as much as we possibly can, with as much information on whatever sports is going on. Like I said, basketball is going on right now, so that could be something that we can definitely look into. And kind of with the All-Star break coming up, it'd be kind of a good time to refresh and kind of get a reset on what happened in the first half of the season, because I know most of our attention was focused on football. So again, we'll see you guys on, should we do Sunday or Monday?
Sunday, right?
Would Sunday be better?
Monday.
Monday?
All right.
Can we do Monday? Okay. We will see you guys next Monday. Until then, keep with us on the social medias and everything like that. We got a bunch of updates and stuff from there that we just end up and come and talk to over here on the podcast, with just updates on everything and our own views and visions and opinions of what we talk about, laughing around the bullshit that happens in sports. And hopefully we get to, I kind of want to do a little montage thing of a bunch of bloopers and dumb shit that happens in sports that makes us laugh. Because there's a lot of that shit that happens. Did y'all see Steph Curry's travel? Where he took
I saw Seth's travel.
Where he took like the 6.5 steps to get to the rim. Just, I don't know. I'm looking to see what we're gonna do, but there's a lot of things planned. Can't wait for you guys to see it. I can't wait for you guys to be with us for the journey. Appreciate you guys. Myself, JP, for Mad Six, for Country K. We'll see you guys next time on the next episode. Deuces, guys.
Aloha.